Hey guys, welcome to Bubble Man's World. Got Johnny B in the house, and you want to make the announcement?
Happy Puff Wednesday?
Happy Puff Wednesday. Man, when's the last time we filmed a Puff Wednesday?
You know, I was doing the Facebook thing and I got a reminder. It's a couple of years ago.
Time out. Let me give you a puff here before we start this Puff Wednesday.
We have to. I like the timeout part.
Yeah, you like that?
I like that.
So I'm liking this cookies butter rosin because it's sticky and gooey and holds its position. And then I can go in and add a little of this, shattery Congolese.
Yeah, he said Congo.
Yeah, I did. And then we can go in and we can do a little terp dip, whether you want to hit the Kush Cleaner.
He's like, whether when I want to hit
AC/DC, the Grape Ghost, the Orange Creamsicle, the Swiss Tsunami, the Covello Sour Diesel, and the Cherry AK-47.
So the question was, out of the 2, 4, 6, 7, which one I want to try?
Along with the cookies and the Congolese, you got this cushy sort of exotic, terpenoline Congo thing going on. I think
Kush Cleaner with some Kush Cleaner?
We could do Kush Cleaner, absolutely.
I'm pretty much going to try them all.
We could do that, no problem.
He's cleaning.
Making sure it gets off nice and clean. There we
go. Okay, so this is how we clean our resin. Oh my god.
Lemony goodness.
Yeah, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Lemony goodness.
Lemony goodness. What's that?
This is the carb cap, and it's a tricky carb cap because there's hash in it.
I love that.
And as you put it on here, you're going to melt this hash, and it's going to drip down.
We call that a ninja dab.
It's a ninja dab of sorts, but it's like a never-ending ninja dab. So just be aware of that while you're dabbing this up. Puff Wednesday, woohoo! With Johnny B. It's been so long. We're both so busy. Johnny B's busy as heck. I'm busy as heck. We get together every Sunday at Hash Church, but other than that, it's really been like two ships crossing in the night. I see him at events, but we haven't even really been able to hang out at the events. It's been kind of crazy.
I saw you at Lyft, and I was like, on the last day, and I was like, hey, whoa, you're here. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I missed Hash Church. He's like, I know.
Oh my God, does that ever look beautiful? That little piece that melted off looks so nice. A little bit of that. I'm gonna do the same thing basically.
You know what's great about this carb cap?
It keeps giving you a rip long after you've taken your rip.
It works.
It does work too. There's definitely that aspect of it.
I'm always about those things that work really well. 8 for 1, solventless resin works very well.
Yes, it surely does.
Now those terps, I've tried a lot of terps. A lot of terps are out there right now. Everybody's got some kind of different terp or this.
There's a lot of terps,
I even have these terps here, but nothing like these terps. Like, it's truly a different flavor.
Well, it's just different levels, right? When you first... well, it's why there was a star rating created for full melt, and I think it's why there's going to be a rating attributed to terpenes, at least in the sense like the way we will say fresh frozen whole plant. Well, we might want to say organic greenhouse whole plant. If you've made it out of trim, if you've made it from like Indra was doing with, ooh, that's really strong. Like Indra was doing with his terpenes.
Yeah, he was talking about that on Hash Church there on Sunday. If you just missed the last one, that was Hash Church 105.
105. Wow, this got clean actually. I'm pretty impressed with how clean I got the dish.
And John was talking about Ingra. Which is, you know what, like, just even listening to him talk about his experiences over the years and the amount of time that he's put into, he was kind of like hidden in the background. It was all he was about. It was pretty cool that, the research that he's done over the years that he's now sharing, of course, on Hash Church, which is the best place to listen to that, what we say, bombs being dropped?
Yeah, he was doing the cold trap on his oven and getting his terps out of his slabs. So I think all of those things are substantially different, and that there should be almost like you should put that on the packaging. Not just that they're cannabis derived, but they're derived from an oil slab, or they're derived from trim, or they're derived from, top quality organic bud, whatever it is.
Even if they are caught in that trap, or if they're distillate through, or if they're steamed.
Well, however
they are, it should be marked, and that's going to give almost like a star rating for terps.
Yeah,
in reality,
and I'm not looking for people's techniques to find out exactly what they're doing, but I want to know what the starting material they used was. I definitely have a high interest in knowing that. Hey, we had a plan.
We did.
We got a little stoned, but now we're going to get into that plan, which was to kind of talk about some of our Puff Wednesdays that we've done.
We've had some Puff Wednesdays on boats.
We've had some Puff Wednesdays on boats and on bridges and on mountains and in gondolas and in vehicles and on decks, and we've definitely had some good ones. For me, reminiscent, one of my favorite Puff Wednesdays would be the time we went up to Squamish and did the gondola.
That was amazing.
I thought that was a pretty quality Puff Wednesday.
I thought that was one of my favorites. It's something that I always like to talk about is, that gondola trip. You ever get a chance, you got to go up there.
Did we ever do a Puff Wednesday in Spain or Amsterdam or Toronto or
I think
Jamaica?
we did one in Spain. Didn't we do a Puff Wednesday with Tony?
And Jibs.
And Jibs.
That's
and we did,
right,
that
in the Gothic region. That was fun.
That was a couple years ago, and I got that reminder on Facebook. See, that's why I'm reminding about the Puff Wednesdays.
Right, you get your memory reminders.
You get your memory reminders, and one was the one where we're sitting together, and we looked like kids. I commented on it today. With
with the mothership.
Yeah, because you just got the mothership.
It's crazy, because that was a couple of years ago. I guess what that means is that John and I have aged incredibly poorly in the last few years. We're falling apart here,
man.
People.
Falling apart.
So, let me give you another rip.
But even with the way and how things have happened over in the Puff Wednesdays, first it was that we did that. I remember the dry sift rip that we first did, and that was coming back from Amsterdam in 2012, and it wasn't really a Puff Wednesday, but it's kind of what led into all of these Puff Wednesdays.
Yeah, it was really the beginning of sort of us doing videos together, and I mean, I wasn't even really doing that many videos at that time. I just remember...
I didn't even have one.
You had this resin you were so stoked about, and I was like, I am going to show this guy something, because I didn't know you very well.
I didn't know you either. I didn't even know.
I'm going to show this guy something, and I think he's going to be pretty stoked. I had no idea you'd be as stoked as you were. But then, yeah, we just cleaned this resin up, and it took forever. It was a very small amount. It was like an hour plus of time that we worked on it, just carding and carding and carding.
You even spilled some of it.
A little bit, yeah. And when we finally got it when I got it to 99.9% heads, and we did that rip, and we filmed that rip.
Oh my god.
That was for sure a bit of a game changer.
For me, it was a total game changer. It changed everything for me and what I knew about hash and resin. Like, you showed me something that no one showed me before, and you were just like, hey, check this out, dude. I'm like, how come I didn't know this shit? And you're like, well, you haven't. I'm like,
I see it with dry sift all the time, even still, and that was only a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago now. I think it was 2012 when that happened, so about
2012, December 13th.
Yeah, okay. Wow, so almost 2013.
It was almost 2013.
Look at this lovely mix. I gave you the Shatter Congo this time with the cookies, and I dipped you into some Grape Ghost.
So through all the Puff Wednesdays, we've always had different types of, always been solventless. And then how it's evolved, even with the static sifting to the rosin. Like, Puff Wednesdays have gone through all of these changes, and, and the quiver that you created over the years. It's just like,
yeah, the solventless quiver is for sure a real part of our lives these days. And as we sit out here in a late September, just going into fall here in British Columbia. Absolutely beautiful day. It must be 22 or 23 degrees.
Which is over 20 degrees.
It's going to be 75 to 80 degrees.
At the end of September?
Yeah, it's not bad for up north. We don't all live in igloos.
We're getting an Indian summer up here.
Not bad. I feel that we often do. September's usually pretty nice here. So.
I know. I'm keep going in and out of this, but
do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it, man. I mean, come on. For a hit, you got to do it. It's nice to be puffing bowls with Johnny B. It's been quite a while. After spending so much time together filming so often, Puff Wednesday was one show we filmed. We used to film much more often than that. It was big changes in the last couple of years since I had a baby and John got more into his own channel and
Oh my
picking up
God,
more
your
products. And
baby is just so amazing.
yeah, he's wonderful. It's a great thing to have kids.
Well, I think it's the way the industry is changing and with business and the new systems that are coming forward and of course you've been so busy with, of course, terpenes.
Yeah, terpenes have been have been taking up a lot of my time. You know, when Tony started Blue River, it was a natural thing to, give support to it due to the quality of the product that was coming out. You know, it's just such a high quality product. It was easy for me to get behind and be supportive of it. I had no idea that I was going to end up starting a Blue River in Canada and sort of promoting and supporting him that way. It's been great. I know that the collaborations that we do between our two brands down in California have been extremely well received.
That's awesome.
The terp oil and the terp rosin and terp bubble that are available down there through Harborside and the BPG, Berkeley's Patient Group, and many other places that are slowly starting to pick these up. It's beyond exciting, to be able to have... I wish the mechanism was here that I could be a part of my own brand. You know how hard that is for me?
I know.
To not be able to promote my own hash and my own products, but
that's the way the system is here.
With the terpenes, it still feels pretty great to be able to, to bring a great product to the Canadians.
Something that adds. Like we were always saying, we're scratching the surface, and every time something new and great comes out, something else follows.
Absolutely.
Right, and then this whole mixing, even with the Health Canada, with the new ACMPR,
yep,
all those different regulations where how you can't use any solvents for extractions, even if it is your own, stuff like that. But like rosin just kind of flew right into there, like just like under the radar. I went, yeah, you really, all these little things that we can do, and it's really good to see how
everything I do we can do.
And I was gonna say how we can continue doing what we do.
We're lucky in that sense.
Well, you know what? I don't think it was luck. I think it's just okay, it's luck.
Well, we fought.
Well, we're still fighting. There's still places being shut down, and access is going to be really, really hard for people who are looking for different kind of concentrates.
I don't think this last fight was for dispensaries. I think it was for home growing.
It was for home growing.
That fight was fully for home growing. Now the fight will be for dispensaries.
A fight for dispensaries.
Because it's a different aspect, because the dispensary model is a profit-driven business. It's just different than someone fighting for their right to grow cannabis, which is not a profit-driven business. Access is super important. I just think, well, we all know it wasn't even a thought. The most important thing was being able to get the right to grow. And so
100%.
now it's a matter of getting more people access. I was speaking with Remo on this very topic today, and it was just sort of like, just let the growers who are able to, and the people who want to distribute through dispensary models that are able to follow the simple rules and follow the simple regulations and test all your products. I think I'm looking forward to that day. There's no way we're not going to have dispensaries in Canada. There's just no way.
We can't with the amount that are thriving, the ones that are popping up.
Yeah.
All the new ones that are popping up in different districts. Now it's not just Vancouver. They're in Richmond. They're in Surrey.
And they're essential to people. Like, people need those. They go to them every day, and that's it.
Today, I went to UPS, and there's a lady, she's in there. She's 71 years old, still working at UPS. And I'm picking up, I had to pick a bunch of Bovida packs. And they were just sitting in there. And I show up there, and I'm sitting there talking to her about cannabis. She starts smiling. And I reach in my truck, and I show her one of the Medtainers. And I go, would you use one? She goes, damn straight I would.
Nice.
So I handed her this grab bag, and she's like,
that's
"Oh,
awesome.
We're just gonna love these." Like, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing people, and right away she's talking about her pain and everything while she was working at UPS. 71. She's been there for 15 years. She goes, "I could throw them around before, but not anymore."
Wow.
And she's using cannabis for her pain.
That's cool.
I thought that was pretty cool. It's just what came up in a conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
very cool.
just good stuff like that. Yeah, it's access has to be granted for, say, the 70-year-old lady who needs cannabis.
Yeah.
Where is she getting it from? Guarantee she's getting it from a local dispensary in town.
Well, the same way people don't want to be controlled and sort of forced to purchase from an LP, there are other people who don't want to be controlled and forced to buy from a dispensary.
So I think we should have farmer markets.
Yeah, I want it all, man.
I want it all.
I mean, come on. I love it. I'm absolutely pleased as punch. It's been great puffing some bowls here with you, Johnny B.
We've seen this through all of our Puff Wednesdays.
We got to hit another bowl.
I need one more bowl.
Well, we definitely need at least one more. You want this AC/DC? You were kind of looking at that like you
I'll
were
try the AC/DC.
pretty excited about
Swiss
that.
Tsunami we've talked about quite a bit.
Yeah, it's another high CBD cultivar. Not that there's any CBD or cannabinoids in these terpenes, but the profile that it came out of is a high CBD cultivar.
I think one day I'm going to have to sit down and watch all of the Puff Wednesdays.
Yeah, there's a whole slew of playlists. I don't even remember all of them. Like, I would have to go, kind of go look through them to be reminded of them.
You have the dry sift videos that we've done on Puff Wednesdays. We've made product on a lot of Puff Wednesdays. That's what we were always doing. That you're making hash. I remember you did the Congolese on your birthday was a Puff Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yep. I totally do. You ready? 1, 2, dab. 1, 2, dab. Ah, yes. Such a beautiful day for just enjoying some bowls, hanging out with all of you guys watching YouTube. Much appreciated for the support. If you haven't already, give us a subscribe and a like if you've enjoyed the little bit of conversation that we're having. And for sure, go check out John H. Burfellow over on his YouTube channel as well, and 420 Weedmaster on Instagram. I'm BC Bubbleman on Instagram, as well as Blue River Extracts Canada, sorry. And I should finish it with a bowl while you talk us out, Johnny B.
Wow.
Or cough us out. Whatever works, man. Whatever. Johnny B's going to cough us out.
I'm just going to sit here and cough a tiny bit, but wow, I mean, we have the rosin. We have... I had some sift. I could top you off with some sift.
You want to top me off with some sift, man?
So we had I was previously at a cup out in Saskatchewan, and a gentleman there goes, I watched all your guys' videos, man, and I got some sift, and he handed it to me, so it was kind of cool to actually add it to your little quiver there at the end, because now you got it. Oh, ooh, wow. Now, if you would have seen how that just happened, and now you could see the little heads on there, how that just really defined.
They were just like,
and then you saw little balls for a second. It was really cool to see. I wish you guys would have seen that, but
that would have been a good macro shot.
That would have been an amazing macro shot. I mean, and just how the little, because this is static sift, and he said I carded this a few times with the DVD and stuff. So, I mean, this is all amazing. I'm gonna have to do one too. After that, we'll probably do another one.
Wow.
Wow. And he thought that I was going to talk about. Not after that. Good call, though. That's in that video?
That's delicious.
When we did the dry sift. Had to hook that up.
Really tasty, really clean. All of those products, obviously rosin, the dry sift, the terps, clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle.
Oh, I don't cough on every hit either, so that was a pretty good one, I'm not going to lie.
My turn.
Yes, we'll get you a little dip.
Dip. I like the dip.
Nip.
Dip.
We're coming.
Here you go. And then we got the sift.
Yeah, well, we got to grab the Congo first.
Jeez, Congo.
You know, the sift and the Congo together. Then we go sift.
Okay, so this is the part that you can just imagine, because right now you can just see all these little balls on the end of this, which you've seen in all the videos before. Of course you have, but when it goes into it, it just goes, and it's just I have to watch. There it goes. It almost goes like it's crystallizing.
Yeah, it definitely.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful.
You should try it. Grab it. A Sasquatch. I couldn't believe that press in there with the big.
I know, you're like, why do you have... He's sitting there, he's like, why do you have a giant air compressor in your office? I'm like, to run my Sasquatch.
And I'm like, oh my god. Dabs away.
Yeah, this is a nice big one. Should give you a good cough and a good rip. We're going to be nicely toasted. Go sit in my backyard for about an hour or so and chill out. But, Puff Wednesday. We're going to do more. This is just a reminder that Puff Wednesday will be coming to you a little more often these days. So, thanks for coming by, Johnny B. And we're gonna keep hanging out. He's not leaving, but you guys are. So, peace out, everybody.